This is a wolf. That's a sheep. And what's up, guys? This is It's Me 64, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Minecraft update that has come out. It's not a very exciting one. It's just 1.17.30 for Minecraft Bedrock, and this patches literally hundreds and hundreds of different bugs. Now there's no way that I can name all of these to you in this video, and if you want me to make videos in which I note them all, then let me know down in the comments, but I'm not planning on doing that right now. So I'm going to be explaining the most important stuff, and we'll be starting off with the new features. There are a few new features, and those are of course very important. One of them is added the respawn blocks explode game rule, which you will be able to see in settings, and which technically allows you to toggle if you want respawn anchors to be able to explode if you use them in the overworld or end. And there is another one for the structure block, which adds corner mode to the structure block. Now that can be used with the detect button in save mode to define the area it will save. So what this technically means is that you can get yourself a structure block by using the /give_s structure block. There we go. And then you can place it somewhere to get this structure, but by placing it somewhere you don't automatically make the box be there. So as you can see right now, the box is exactly where I place it, but with this new feature, the box can also be 50 blocks away from the structure block itself. So those are the two new features that have been added. Now if you check settings, then you will probably know that you can use the caves and cliffs experimental modes, and there have been quite a lot of changes to that. Now especially quite a lot to mob spawning, and this is actually a very important change to mob spawning. That is that they can only spawn in complete darkness. Now keep in mind that is only for experimental mode and will be coming out when 1.18 does. But that means that you have a lot more to play around with darkness once 1.18 comes out. Now I'm going to be skipping the rest of these because it really is a lot, and we will be looking over all of these again once 1.18 actually comes out, and these won't be affecting your gameplay for right now unless you use the experimental mode, which can be toggled on and off in settings. Now there are a bunch of different changes, fixes, many bugs, really just hundreds of bugs. If you want to check all of these and find some bugs that might have been majorly affecting you, then I suggest that you check the link in the description for the complete and full changelog. That way you can see every single one of these. But of course, it would take me a really long time to tell you guys each and every single one of these, and that would also get pretty boring. So I'm not actually going to do that. Anyways, there are very many changes to, of course, the experimental mode, and some bug fixes that you might be interested in are that they updated the add-on templates for 1.17.30. Now that is something big. Well, for me, you might not be way too interested in it, but as you can see, that sun behind me, yeah, I actually made that texture. And I also made a glass texture. Anyway, I can run over to that here. And so if you're into making textures, then make sure that you download. I made this glass texture, as you can see over here. I'll then check out the new links they have for the way in which you need to make these, and I'm gonna have to update my texture packs as well. Anyway, there are a few technical updates. There are also some updates relating to gameplay. Um, and that is that data-driven blocks can now be added to the creative menu. Now, if you play with education mode on, which just like experimental mode can be toggled in the settings, you might want to try it out. It's pretty cool. Anyways, you'll now be able to get new chemistry materials. And really, there is way too much stuff for me to note. Anyway, some bugs that have been affecting me, and those are the ones I'm going to note because I feel like those are the bugs that are also going to be affecting you guys. So there's been a bug fixed when an entity might fail to initialize its tag component. And the sky no longer renders through walls of an enclosed area when using fog. Now, this is a pretty cool bug, and that also means that something that you may have seen is that if you had a banner behind water, that the banner sort of had a glowing outline. Now, that bug is also fixed with this update, which is really great, as that was bugging me quite a lot. They also fixed the ability to add launch points to offset projectiles using the spawn entity component, which is pretty important. If you like using command blocks and stuff like that, that might mean that some of your maps might be broken depending on if you summon blocks as entities using command blocks. And now I'm not going to go over much more things, and this is also just a bit of a video to let you know that the update has come out. Now, there are also many technical changes in this update, which I really do not understand too much about. Anyway, you might, and that is why, with a link in the description, again, you can go check out the full changelog, and you can go check out there all the things that might be important to you in this change, because it's really insane, and it's great that the Mojang devs have put so much effort into fixing all of these bugs. Now, at the site of the changelog, there is also each bug report linked next to each fix, which is great. However, there is not a lot of other clarity in what the exact fix is. So if it is not your particular niche, then you'll probably not get a lot of the fixes that have been made. Anyway, that was really it. There is not much more to this other than a few hundred more bug fixes I'm not going to name. So anyways, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Oh, and by the way, if you do not want to miss out on the next update video, then consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you'll be notified the second it uploads. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.